Hello again. Now we're going to talk about some controversial topics as it relates to our population. So, the big one for family members of those in prison, the big controversial topic is mass incarceration. So, in the 1970s, there were about 340,000 Americans incarcerated in the United States. Now, there is approximately 2.3 million Americans incarcerated in the United States. And we really saw the spike in incarceration during the war on drugs in the 1980s. So, since then, the rate of children with incarcerated fathers has increased by 75%, and the rate of children with incarcerated mothers has increased by 100%. And the topic of mass incarceration is a whole presentation in and of itself, but it is largely related to racial disparities. So, as it relates to our topic, Black children were 7.5 times more likely to have incarcerated parents, and Hispanic children 2.3 times more likely to have incarcerated parents than Caucasian children. And in 2007, 40% of all incarcerated people were Black fathers. So that's just a little highlight of mass incarceration. Doesn't really go into the ins and outs of mass incarceration. Like I said, it's a whole 2-hour documentary in and of itself. But off to the right side of the screen, you can see an infographic that highlights these racial disparities in a visual way, as well as the gender disparities or differences. So 1 in 9 of all men will be imprisoned. And then for white men, it's 1 in 17. Black men, 1 in 3. Latinx men, 1 in 6. And then for women, 1 in 56 of all women will be incarcerated. For white women, it's up 1 in 111. Black women, 1 in 18. And Latinx women, 1 in 45. This issue, it's very multifaceted, and goes hand in hand with systemic racial disparities that lead to mass incarceration, and the way that people of color are more likely to be incarcerated. But yes, that is a controversial topic as it relates to family members of those in prison.